How y'all doing tonight? Name's Angel Cologne from Our Blessings Overflow Outreach Ministries Incorporated. Um, Me and my wife Cindy Cologne, Minister Cindy Cologne. Just here, spirit, something moved my spirit today in the past week. Something I've been dealing with personally. I know that there's a lot of people dealing with this out there. It's about holding on a little bit too long to some situations we may have in our life that we think is good for us, and it becomes painful, and in turn it affects our outlook on life and what we got going on in life in general. Now we are attached to the world and we get lost in the world basically, and even though we're screaming for God, it's not a spiritual connection, because we're connected to that painful place, which we searched for, by ourselves, in our flesh, and got a flesh result, which, we're seeking and attaching these things that we think is love. And the main emphasis in here is about this all, is about love, which there's a godly love and then there's a worldly love. The worldly love, believe me, it's going to hurt, because there's stipulations to that worldly love. That means your relationships that you may have got into based off emotions, feeling lonely, lost, confused, just needing somebody that love that you're seeking. So again, you did it outside the will of God, because that wasn't a spiritual thing that you did there. That was something with your flesh, so you got a flesh result. So the individual that you may have attached to, he's a worldly man, of course, and by him being in the world, and you want the best for him, and you see the good in him, trust me, because you see the good in him, because that's what you're seeking, a good man, and he shows you that card in the beginning. But to see, the thing about that worldly love is, we know it's temporary. Oh, it's a temporary love. It don't last long. It really don't. Because once that person is done getting when they particular want out the situation, they become bored. They seek love elsewhere because they're not completed in that situation. You don't complete them. As hard as you try somebody who I'm out there speaking to somewhere in your relationship, you asking yourself, what do I got to do to please this man? What do I got to do to please this woman? I buy things personal, give my body. You understand what I'm saying? To these individuals, get deep with them, let go. I show them my vulnerabilities. I show them my weaknesses. But again, let's go back. That's a worldly love. That you're seeking. Of course, that's not deemed and ordained by God. So you get an end result that's worldly. A love that's not temporary. It's temporary. It's not lasting. It will wither away. Surely it will wither away. Individual, you're trying to please him, her, and you keep on getting to this place where you find yourself going above and beyond the call. And what happens when you're going above and beyond the call, when the other individual ain't in agreement with you, a spiritual agreement? Because see, that's a worldly agreement y'all have going on right there. That's a fleshly thing being appeased. You become exhausted. See, I'm speaking to somebody, you get exhausted. You hear me? And then you want to go and ask God, fill me up. But the thing is, how does God know that you straddling the fence, so you coming to him in a hurt place, but you're not connected to God spiritually? And God knows you got one foot in and out, and you're not truly ready for freedom, asking you to let go in that place, but you're consumed by this worldly love that you think is just awesome at times, and you see the good in that individual, and you keep on going back to that place. But again, you ask yourself, why am I tired? And why do I keep going above and beyond the call? Because it's a worldly love. It's not deemed by God. Because see, there's a difference, and I'll speak about the godly love in a second. But let's continue on this worldly love. Worldly love got a stipulations I spoke earlier about. You know what a stipulation is, people? A stipulation is, if you're good to me here, I'll love you here. So they set a guideline for your love, and they set a guideline where you need to get to reach that place. You hear me? Oh, I'm speaking. You hear me? And then what happens is, when you try to get to this place, it's a mountain. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know what? That individual truly is an obstacle in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And you really have to move them out the way, but you know what you're going to do is you're going to try to climb that mountain. Yo, I'm speaking to somebody. You're going to try to climb that mountain, old Mount Everest. But we know men have died trying to attempt to get to the peak because we see the carcasses that lie there, the remains. You understand what I'm saying? In the real world, we're talking now, you hear me? But I'm speaking to somebody out there because you go above and beyond to meet this place that's not even there. It's not attainable. Know how you think it's attainable? Because an individual will give you so much to dangle it at you to appease your flesh because he know what it do for you. And what you do is you fall victim every time. You go back to that place. So this man may have did something rotten to you to show you he's not yours. That he never wanted to be with you. But because he can come over here, you know what I mean, may give you a check to pay rent. You understand what I'm saying? That your kids need. So you take that instead of going to the godly provision. So you get this provision from this man or woman. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, yes. And what happens is, now he gave that to you, so he's attached to you in the worldly place. So you owe him this. Now there's a stipulation on the love. You hear me though, you really hear me though. I'm speaking to somebody out there and I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm massive people, 100, 200 people I see that's really going through this hard right now. You're asking yourself, what do I got to do? What do I really got to do to really get the love that I deserve? Because you do deserve it. Oh, I'm going to get to that point. Because you do deserve it. But you done got to a point where you said, I'm going to settle. Oh, I'm going to settle my camp here. Because eventually the grass is going to grow. Realizing that every time you sow a seed, he's going to stomp in that grass. And it's withering away. Because there's no real growth there. You wonder why things around you fading away. You wonder why you can't find this love that you're seeking because you may have had problems in your childhood. Problems that there was a love that you wanted to receive from a parent figure. From somebody in your life, you didn't receive it. And then what happens is you get in these relationships and it's a worldly love. Because you don't know the difference no more. You don't know the difference. You're confused. And you're so confused that you stay in this old rotten place longer than you should. And what you do is, you was hurt in the beginning, now you done accumulated some more hurt. You done accumulated more pain. And now when you was incarcerated, now you really doing time. That's what you doing time. And everybody you gonna meet gonna do time around you. They gonna do time around you, and you gonna give them that worldly love too that got stipulations. That means when you speak to your neighbor, instead of loving him like yourself, you're loving him like you're being loved. So now you putting this and you spewing this out here in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Now, instead of embracing your child, you know what I'm saying? You come with a pain and an affliction. You understand what I'm saying? You give that child some worldly love. And they don't want to be yelled at like you got yelled at. You understand what I'm saying? They want to say, hey, Mom, I need that unconditional love. Where is it? That's what I'm seeking. So they go in this world out here and they go get them some worldly love too. And then you got a vicious cycle going on. It's called generational curse. It's called the love curse. Let's put that out there for you. It's the worldly love curse that affects world, and all the enemy does is prey on it daily. Because he's going to give you love. He's going to give you that man that look good. You ever notice people out there, you seeking worldly love, and you got your own little thing that you want, and you seek, and you missed out on the one that God had for you, and you always say to yourself, man, there was a friend I had. You see that guy right there, but it never dawns on you. You understand what I'm saying? Till your eyes open up. But while you were in the midst of searching for this worldly love, and you yourself are searching in all the wrong places. You understand what I'm saying? Or you stuck in a rut and you can't get out. You in the pit. You in the pit. You in that dark place. That's worldly love. Worldly love shouldn't hurt people. It should never hurt. Love ain't supposed to hurt. You know, love's not supposed to hurt. The one that walked this earth's name was Jesus, and he hurt, and he gave love. But he did it so you can be free, so you don't have to hurt. He was your scapegoat. He was your person in the gap that took the whippings for you, the lashes by the stripes you were healed. You know what stripes mean, people? That means the whooping he took for you, the torture he took for you, and he took it in the name of love. You hear me? He took it in the name of love for you. And I think the most painful part about it is, you know what I mean, you're not seeing that part because you stuck in this place and you seeking this love that's temporary. It's a worldly love. I'm going to go ahead and jump on the other side to let you know there's two sides to the story. You got good and you got bad. And I gave you the bad, y'all. The bad that's got you right now incarcerated, but I'm going to give you the good. I'm going to give you the good that set me free when God brought my soulmate in my life. Minister, woman of God, Cindy Cologne. Awesome woman of God, she is so lovely. And I brought baggage along myself. That worldly love, I toted it along, and I had to get rid of it because it was going to kill my relationship, y'all, I'll tell you now. And let's talk about the godly love. You want to hear some godly love? Godly love is an unconditional love. It's not just an unconditional love. It's a love that's given to you whether you fall down or you don't. It don't have a stipulation. It don't have a perimeter around it. It is endless and it is supreme. It is ominous. It is omnipresent. It is coming from the Alpha, the Omega. It comes from the Great One that was constituted this love for you. Without love, you have nothing, Scripture says. But let's get deeper with it. There's a love when Jesus walked the earth that was beyond comparison. You know what I'm saying? It was a comparison. He said, walk in my likeness. That means the love he had, he cares for you to love the same way or be loved in the same way. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, people? It gets deeper. The love God has for you will heal you, not just instantly. It will heal you in a place deeply. But it will not just heal you deeply. It'll pick you up and it will put you on your feet. It will put you on your feet, but not just on the worldly feet. It'll put you in a spiritual place that when you see God, you will break down and you will open the heart up. You will give to him fully a heart. You will depart from your pain, and what will happen is you will turn around, you understand what I'm saying, and not only will you give him the glory due to him, but you'll praise him in this place, and then you'll pick your hands up and you'll walk up to whoever has afflicted you, and you'll say, you know what, I love you for what you've done for me, because you drew me closer to God. You turned my neck and my face away because I had to see the pain first. Remember, people, the love God had for you is not of this world. That's the guidelines here, good and bad. You keep seeking love in the world. You're going to get a worldly result every time. You could be married 50 years and not be happy, people. Or you could be married 50 years and be truly happy. You understand what I'm saying? You could be married 2 days, 1 day, and feel like you've been with that person 100 years. That's the difference between a godly love, spiritual love that God puts together. And there's a difference between that worldly love that you get a hold of and you keep trying to attain. What do I got to do? What do I got to do next to appease this flesh man here or this flesh woman here that has walked in this world long enough to know what love was, but they're still blind. So they're leading you, the blind leading the blind, and you keep on being led in this place. And God has a place over here for you that don't have that kind of barrier. When you come to it, it's unequivocally the best love you'll ever receive. It is called a love. They say agape, but I call it just supernatural. You hear what I'm saying? It's that super and it's just natural. It's a place in you that when you can be, let me explain something, people. You can be 1 day away from God, fully away from him. In the dark, you hear me? And when God touches you with love, you will not only see the light. You will not only see the light. You will stand up, you hear me? And you'll walk away, and them shackles will fall off you in front of everybody. They won't understand what you're doing. But you'll walk away, and you claim God, and they'll tell you, because their worldly love that hurt them so bad, they'll say, what are you talking about? You're crazy. It's that magnificent, people, when you're being called crazy. But that's a love that, hey, you just got to be crazy. Be crazy all you want. Call you a Jesus freak. Call you a God freak. But that love you getting from God is, you can't get it here. There's no amount of money. Let me explain something to y'all people about this godly love. It's not bought at a store. It's not bought, you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's not a sexual favor. It's not how good you just did something to somebody in the flesh. You understand what I'm saying? This love here, you understand what I'm saying, is colorblind. This love here, you understand what I'm saying, looks at you, you understand what I'm saying, and you're a rainbow. This love here, you understand what I'm saying, takes you in a place, you understand what I'm saying, that you don't even understand. And you gotta ask yourself and pinch yourself, is this really happening? You understand what I'm saying? But it's happening, you understand what I'm saying, because you're out of this world right now. You ever hear that's out of this world from people? When they look at something, man, it's out of this world. That's what they're talking about. That's just something that touched your spirit. You know what I mean? That's not here in the world. All I'm saying, people, love don't hurt. The world gonna hurt you with love. Because the devil is in and out the world. I can easily talk to you about Job. You know what I'm saying? But I won't. You know what I'm saying? Because just like the devil said to God, and God said, where'd you come from? He said, I come from in and out the world. Check your scripture. What he meant from in and out the world is, he does this daily. He flips on you in the world, but he also will flip on you in the spirit too. You understand what I'm saying? And if you come correct with God and connect spiritually with him and get the love that God has for you, you will see and take the blinders off. You will not only see and take the blinders off, you'll begin to walk in the likeness of God. You'll begin to receive the love due you, because you know what, at the end of the day, you are a child of God, and if you forget this every time that you're a child of God, you will accept anything given to you and that is not of God. You will let people pour into you negativity and a love that is not of God, and they'll call it love. Love ain't supposed to hurt. If somebody just told you you was this or that, and then they turn around and said, I love you, there's something wrong with that picture. You understand what I'm saying? And they had to beat you up first and then said, I love you, there's something wrong with that picture. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody had to come to you afterwards with some roses after they just verbally assassinated you in your place, there's something wrong with that picture. You understand what I'm saying? Remember that. It does not hurt. But you'll never know that part until you tap into God and the love you have for you. And remember, people, and I'm going to close on this and leave this at this. Only way you can attain the supernatural love is connecting with God. It's a spiritual thing. The worldly thing is a flesh thing. Flesh beget flesh, spirit beget spirit. Always remember that. It's easy as 1, 2, 3 for you. It is simple and plain as I can explain it to you. If you do not connect with God, if you connect with God on Wednesday, Sunday, you will get a result that's flesh. You understand what I'm saying? It's automatic. If you connect with God Monday to Sunday, every day, speak to him. I don't care if it don't have to be all day, people. You just have to have him on your lips and mind, number one. You know what I'm saying? And everything you do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the connection. It's called a connection. It's called you staying with him. That means that you're trusting in him and you abiding in him. That means you're going to let him order your steps now. You're not going to keep on running to JoJo. You're not going to keep on running to old boy next door because he's super looking fit over there with his pecs and he look like this. You understand what I'm saying? And he's in shape. You understand what I'm saying? But he is just a worldly shallow man. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to rip your heart and he's going to stomp on it in your face. You understand what I'm saying? But you'll take that love. That's a worldly love. Come over here to the spiritual side and go ahead. That man that's dirty in your face, he could be washing your car, but he can be the love of your life. And spiritually, that's when you're going to find that way. Because your connection to order your steps will take the blinders off, people. But you'll never know that dilly-dally and 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You think because you go to church on Sunday and you pray to God and you let go that you done did something. You ain't do jack. The enemy see that you in and out, and the enemy all on you because he in the world looking at you, and he's behind the scenes on you, and he know your next step before you knew your next step, and he gonna play your next step, and he gonna send that dude that temptation your way because you want to bite it because he knows it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have not fully connected to God. A full connection to God means commitment. That means, hey, I'm going to get out my way and I'm going to give it to God, and it's his way. So that's the love you need, people. Remember, it don't hurt. God loves you. We love you. My name's Angel Cologne. Again, my wife's name is Cindy Cologne, Cindy Joyce Cologne. And We come as one flesh, one body. And we here to help the body. We finna get on it. You hear me? My words. So this message speak to you on this night. And I'm sure it did. Whoever chose to click play. You go ahead and take heed to it. And you watch the manifestation in your life. You watch you walk away from them shackles. You watch you walk away from a 10-year relationship because you know it was never meant to be yours. And watch God turn around and refill your cup. And overflow will come your way. Blessings upon whoever touches play on this night and takes this word. It manifests instantly in your life by the grace and power of God. We love you. God bless you.